So I'm going to pull one or two cards to feel into the energies of today for the collective. There's been so much clearing happening on quite a large scale. I'm sure many of you have been feeling that as well. And of course, collective. Yeah, it sounds like my sound is working. And of course, today is the last day for the early bird into the Dragon Rebirth workshop. So that is starting Sunday evening and ending the following Saturday, the 30th. And of course, you have access to everything that we've done already as well. You have a whole learning platform with lots of what is dragons, where they come from, why are they here, what is the relation to me, how do I meet mine, what do they look like, what do they feel like, how do I work with dragon magic, how do I, all of that is there. And we have artwork with the dragons, we've sound creation, song creation with dragons, and we've body movements, which is static dance with dragon energy as well, which is all around opening up the third eye. It's all around gifts and abilities. Dragons are the realm of magic. They're here to activate you in a very powerful way. And with the dragons, we've had Merlin come through, which is, of course, the magician energy. And his energy has been coming through around creation, visionaries. How are you creating? Using your gifts aligned with your purpose. What would that look like? What are the action steps to take with that? Because everything with dragons is about practical things. They have energy, they align the energy to make matter, to let things happen. Um, so if you want to be a part of that, and I'm just after getting a shipment in the door, I'm going to be making some dragon eggs. These are little foam eggs, and you could just get your Tic Tacs. I'm going to be doing that as a little honoring thing as well. Egg again being the symbol of birthing, of creation, the cosmic egg. So you can have fun with this and allow your creative juices to flow as well. And there is, of course, no timing in this. You can do it along with us, but you can also come back and do it anytime. So the last day for the early bird tickets is today. It's going to end tonight at 12 o'clock tonight. And if you want to partake in it and catch up on everything that's been happening in our sacred space, come on, because it's been powerful. There has been a lot of shifts, a lot of movements, a lot of rebirth energy. There has been a lot of creation and magic and realizations of, wow, I didn't know this about me. I didn't know this. Wow, this is how I'm manifesting. Wow. Oh, look, I tweaked this. And now suddenly this has opened up the realm and the doors of possibilities. Dragons are experts at this too, and they're here to help and assist us with it as we are them. So you might learn your role with your dragons, because some of us have contracted roles as well with dragon kind, and you'll learn about that in addition as well. We do quite a lot of dark magic release as well in this course. And what I mean by that is entity implants, any negative forces, any energies, karmic or ancestral, because sometimes that rears its head to be released, revoked, rescinded, and deleted as well. So if you want to be a part of this alchemical space, join us, get the early bird, and I'll see you soon. I'm going to now just tune in to the space and setting the intention for the highest good. For any card that is pulled, that its message is met with purity, love, highest truth, highest wisdom, highest. So we have some beings coming through, and I don't know who's watching right now, or maybe you're watching in the future. This is for you. You'll resonate when I start talking about it. And I don't think I really heard anybody else talking about them, but quite a lot of my experiences has been via this system. Oh yeah, okay. Now I know why they're coming through. Okay, so what we're going to be doing next week as well, we're going to be working with opening stargates and bringing through templates for the dragons next week. So we're going to be playing in a lot of magic, because this is it amplifies your soul blueprint. It opens up your soul blueprint. It, opens and activates DNA sequencing. It's all about the ascension journey process. So we have beings, and some of us might have links to this constellation. It's called Antares. If anybody is recognizing that name, it's because it's in your soul blueprint right now. Antares, Antares, depending on how you pronounce it, okay? And for me, when I see this planet, uh, it's a massive star in our, if we were to look at it through a telescope. But when I see it dimensionally or in a metaphysical way, it's a landing station. It's a beautiful, beautiful planet with many different types of beings, and it's a landing station because there's a Stargate there that goes into other realms, other realms, other dimensions, but also other planets throughout our systems, but also dimensionally and universally as well. So you get a hodgepodge mix of peoples and beings that are there. And this tends to be the place you go before you kind of go a lot of interdimensional stuff. It's the place you go when you're kind of jetting off out into the stratosphere, traveling astrally. Sometimes some of us are doing that because you're bringing forth new information, you're bringing forth new frequencies. And this is for somebody that's watching this and you're wondering what's going on. Maybe you've been there. So I've been there and I've even met the council that's there, and maybe you are too. And they're here to guide you. Sometimes it's we've made a promise before we come to Earth. We've said we're going to do XYZ, and they're here to maybe reawaken that within you, or they're here to remind you of you made that commitment, and maybe this step is bringing you towards that foundation now, that you're going to create the foundations to allow that creation to unfold. Hattur imtkearu sukur unk ar indkemara sukur ikiri shikidi adaptkur. A lot of this has got to do with um, the creation of new enterprises aligned with New Earth frequency. It's the creation of new systems and institutions. And institution isn't the right word, that's the old system. What I mean here is it's community-based projects, community-based schooling, community-based healthcare. So there, Antares, there's something with somebody that's linked with that right now, and there's something for you to travel there. I'm saying it because once I'm saying this out loud, you're going to get activated, okay? And you'll know, and it'll bring you there when the time is right. Your dragons will bring you there. Kurhamdik area sakutoro kmahasuk urshia ishwa arhamda ne wasur arus mahasur amkeria sukur. Those of you that resonate with Antares, you tend to not affiliate with any one system. You tend to kind of go, I'm kind of a bit of everything, which is me, because I've been everywhere. I'm a bit of a tramp, right? I've lived in that place, I've lived in that place, I've been there, I know this, I know that. I know that resonance, I know this resonance, I know that resonance. Um, and this also might resonate with you in that, because certain people are like, oh no, I'm definitely Palladian or I'm definitely Arcturian, and that's my largest sphere of energy is resonating towards there. Antares is the docking station for everything. So you're going to have that multicultural, metaphysical experience. Oh, shakar, kiri. And what we might call that is, um, you know, a cosmic shaman, multidimensional cosmic shaman essence, right? Kushi. And often you're the portal. This is definitely somebody that's watching this. It's for you. I'm saying this for you. You're going to know who you are. You're the portal that brings through all of these various energy frequencies. So you know the way you see some channels and they simply work only with XYZ. They'll only work with Arcturian, or maybe they'll bring in another little bit of this or a little bit of that, but they tend to have a niche. That's not you. And that you might be searching, going, well, what am I? It's not that you are any one thing. The makeup of your blueprint is that you have the capacity and the propensity to draw, like a multidimensional shaman, right? You're drawing forth everything. You're multicultural. You're well traveled, so you're able to draw through all of these energies and hone them, meld them, weave them like a tapestry, and create something new. It's like a recipe, right? You're creating a new recipe by adding in this and this and this and this. And not only is it from our system, because Antares is a Stargate portal, that's a major part of its function as a planetary system. Um, ships are docking there all the time, and other dimensions are coming through all the time. Other universes are being funneled through that Stargate to ours. Kurema, you're able to draw through all that new energy as well. And that's part of why you've said you've come here. That's part of your mission. Who am I talking to? So the Antares beings as well, they're quite, they're, for me, they're quite curious. They like to experience different things. They're not always the most beautiful, how I would have seen them. Obviously, they're not in physical form, but my third eye had them in a form, and they've got big heads and big eyes. That's kind of what you would have said. It's not like I noticed a nose and a mouth. But again, there were so many other beings there, and it's very beautiful. The planetary system, like waterfalls and colors that are iridescent, or almost pearlescent, and you get a lot of unicorn energy there as well. Very high frequency stuff comes through there. Kuhashiki, more than the Arcturian Stargate, because there's another Stargate over there, that deals with different things. This one's kind of another frequency layer in itself. Kushaka tamaku idkir kar ur. So hopefully that will resonate with the soul that it needs and wants to. And this is about you actually owning your power and starting to step into it and not avoiding it. Am I done? So it's like your team came in to make me relay that message. It mightn't just be for one of you. This could be for a number of you, but you're all tuning in at this time, or will do in the future, because you need to hear this. And I'm going to just check in and say, is there an attunement or an activation that wants to happen? No, they're saying pull a card with a message. Okay. And I'm going to go to the Magical Dimensions deck and pull a card in relation to this. Kurandare, see? How interesting is that, folks? Araorimdi Shikir Indi Mahalara. Hello, Thomasina. Hi, Olive. Hello, Hazel, my darling. Kiasha Drokir and Katrina. Hi, and Laurel. Hello, hello. Ndram Drokir. So this is just a general Hushatara. There's quite a lot of crystal energy coming in with this as well. There's quite a lot of crystal energy coming in with. So when I say that, I'm getting emeralds and amethysts. Boganara usichi. Now, the beings that are resonating with the Antares message. So the council is there, and it is kind of like, when you would have seen Atlantean times, they have a beautiful center that they bring everybody to, where the councils sit and have their meetings. They've got lovely healing centers, and they even have an off-planet kind of a healing center with a beautiful lake as well. There's so many beautiful things for you to explore if you want to go to that planetary system. Other beings use that lake, and they bring people there to be replenished and updated and healed. Hapta kura. I should do a meditation on that to bring people there. So it's like a station between moving on to the next station. So they have like a healing spa. Okay, thank you. So they're pulling the assistance card. So their guidance and enlightenment want to come through. We have the angelic frequency here. We have sacred geometry come through. So this is the council. Okay, the Council of Antares are making themselves known today. They want to be heard. So I'm going to bring through a transmission from them. Celestial assistance is here. And this is the number 5, and the 5 itself is an indicative number for you as well. The balancing of the masculine and feminine energies, it's important for anybody going to Antares, because when you're going there, you're getting your messages, but you're coming back with practical steps. It's not like you're going to have, yes, you have the energy healing, and yes, you have all the messages, but you'll be like, this is what needs to happen. Will you do this step now and this step then and that, da, da. And they'll guide you to this person, that place, that thing, to allow the unfolding to happen so that you're fully stepping into your self-mastery and the power and all that you be, as well as the purpose of all that you be. So I'm going to invite them through. And if you'd like to connect to Antares, just breathe in now. And as you're breathing in, softening all the way down to the sitting space, feeling that weight in the legs as you connect to earth, opening the crown, and just allowing, just kind of softening and allowing. And as you're breathing in now, I'm going to connect to the heart space. And as you bring your consciousness down into the heart space, it helps if you bring your hand there, placing a hand on the heart. Something that makes you smile, someone, just thinking of that, and allowing that love to expand. Maybe it's a pet or an animal or a person or an experience. Just love, and you'll feel the smile on your lips as you breathe in and out, and sensing yourself in that heart space now. Getting an idea of what it looks like there, the expanse as you look left and right. Giving a nice deep breath in. And if you're yawning, you're just releasing any energy that's there. We're setting the intention to move to Antares, to the Council of Antares, invoking, calling them through, asking the dragons to guide us there, and the angelic frequencies to guide us there. And as you're breathing, you'll become aware that in your heart there is a fold, like a folding of the ventricles, the veins, of the skin of the heart. And as you walk closer to that fold, you'll notice that it opens and it's like a doorway. And as you breathe, you'll move through that doorway, up, up, up into the higher heart. You may even see steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, walking up those steps to the higher heart, the sacred heart. As you enter the sacred heart, you'll breathe even more. This is the space of divine purpose, divine will, love, unconditional love in the sacred heart, connected to source. And it's expansive and there's beautiful colors. And as you breathe, you'll see, you'll sense, you'll feel another portal opening up, up, up. Up to the crown of you now, up to the crown. Almost like a white tunnel light. And as you breathe, you'll rise up from the heart, the sacred loving heart, into the crown. It's peaceful, it's joyful. You may even be riding on the back of your dragon. Whatever you wish now. And as you get to the crown, your guides, the councils will be there. Perhaps it's a dragon guide, an angelic guide, or a unicorn, or fae, or anything else. And they will guide you now as you breathe, moving through time and space, out through the crown. As you're breathing now, breathing in and floating, drifting. Up, 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 moving through time and space, through all the lives you have lived and are yet to live, moving past the loves you have had and are yet to love, through time, through space, all of the colors, all of the wonder. Uraka jiki yer kundararo sur. Spiraling now, spiraling, moving, spiraling. Shikamaru kuyesir. Until you get to the most beautiful planetary system where the colors are wondrous. And you land now on the grass outside a beautiful iridescent city. There'll be waterfalls in the distance. The sky is multiple colors, not like Earth at all. Something very different, but very beautiful. Purples and pinks. More than one moon. And as you get acclimatized now, you'll walk towards the beautiful, beautiful building where the councils hold their meetings. You'll walk by perhaps the energy beings that travel to this place. Perhaps you're walking by souls that are here, resting and healing in between lives or dimensions. It's really a very holy and sacred place. The frequency is quite high. Shuakar iti. Hundara tur, magnificent beings of all shapes and sizes, all in love frequency. Only the highest frequencies are permitted to enter through this Stargate. And as you walk through into the main hall, Fukadar, a guide will greet you. Hello. Shamvar Ushir. Bavar Ushidarar. They know who you are and they welcome you. Umvara Shikir Atatatataro. You will be brought through where there are beings with blue skins and silver skins, beings that are so beautiful and tall and light, beings that are small and fey-like, all shapes, all sizes will make up your council, here to assist you in Christ frequency. Arundikir ukotar, vekantar utukubir shitarakar. And in this room that they will lead you to, they have access to the Akash records here for you, special for this occasion, like an interdimensional portal to the Akash. And it is only through permission from you that the access will be given, should you wish to have that access, should it be the time that is right now. Letting you know what it is you need to know for your highest good. Perhaps guidance on your next step forward. Perhaps it's guidance on what still needs to be acknowledged, forgiven, and healed. And as that book comes into view now, all that you will need is the energetic imprint of it. As the council comes now into the room space, and you get a view of how many there is, 7 or 9, 12, 16. Just getting an idea of how many there are. Perhaps there's only 3. There is no right and wrong. This council will sit now with you, where you may ask your questions, and energetically they will make themselves known to you, so you will become familiar with them. They may even give you their name, their color frequency. So allow that information to come through now. You're here because what is this council assisting you with? Shabawandir, and the Masur, and the Ukushuk ur hab alir, umba ur amder, hamba asiki, shuk uk 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 ur ar, ndorinder, uramda, uramdaru rimdarir. Handra kisir, andra orengir, zamba aur, bafakshir, kalhash, kalhash, kalhash mer, vib ahashir, nandrachat kur, ashu ikir, nahnesi, yahal aki, na ar et. Ushut ondaki eti, ndahat ar ukir. So they begin now to energetically exchange with you. Oh, shawar. Breathe into them, let them breathe into you. Oh, shabarir. Let them place a hand on the heart of you, on the mind of you to activate and open, clarify and cleanse. Crown, third eye, heart, and throat. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Wanama suyende ma wangeri andamre hitir. Uahene ma wasia karu kira karu. Oh, there's quite a lot of clearing going on in the throat. Urut shishiwakar. And one of you watching or watching in the future, you have a covering over your healing hand. Would you like that to be released right now? It's preventing the full impact of your healing abilities being realized. Shi'ikir, like a glove. Dakur, don't be afraid of the power of you, of the power of the healing capacity that you have. Start trusting yourself more. You'll know who you are as I speak to you. Take the glove off. This is also your magic hand, the hand you would have cast with, magic with, spelled with. Anywhere you feel that's bad, it's been bound by others or by yourself, release, revoke, rescind, delete that. Undo that decision, only you can. So we have now a guide from the Vega system coming through, and these are shamanic warrior energy natures. Uhanda ma singir. Sur. You'll feel your hand becoming more activated. Breathe and let the heat, the energy move through. Shakarunderinzindir. Sisikuramzakurindir. Nandradara uramzakir. Umanaganagasir. Ushakar. They're referencing the energy of the Kundalini rising. This is the heat at the base of the spine that rises up to the crown and awakens the chakra centers here, awakens the mind to further expansion, Kuangara, and then resides back into the heart space. Anywhere there's any kinks, adjustments that physically need to be made in the back, the spine realignment, the neck realignment, we'll invite that through now to allow that energy to rise with ease and grace. In its good time. Mangara song gringa torinji chikudam karor. I am Ancinthian. This is an Ancinthian being. I deal in tones and frequencies. Nyam don yen don doram keram sambaror. Shiram amara. Andra hender. They come to work with cartilage, But okay, see, there's something with the back and the stacking of the back, like whiplash energy effect. They'll come to work with you on that. Who's that? Yeah, and it's all around here. I'm getting like car accident stuff or a whiplash effect from somebody, and that Ancynthian, is that your? I've never heard of this being before. Are you here for the highest good? Yes, yes, yes. High frequency, super high frequency. Hapoko inyara sukur and they've got these long tendril-like fingers, and that's why it's so good to go in between and work in nervous systems, work through the brain systems, work in the cartilage and energetic systems of the back and the spine. Master healers, so we'll invite them through for you. They want you to breathe. There's shallow breathing going on, so they're saying take a deep breath and make it like a fire breath. There's some karmic clearing going on as well. So there's a couple of lifetimes coming through being impaled, and this is to do with your gift, why you've like shut down your gifts. Impalation, is that a word? Gladiator style stuff as well, like being put into combat situations when you didn't have a choice, and then you didn't want to fight, so being murdered essentially. And these are like energetic imprints left physically on you, even in this body. They want to be cleared through time, space, dimensions, and realities. So for everybody in the collective, not just for that person I'm talking to, it's going to hit all of us. We're going to invite that to be released, revoked, rescinded, deleted across all time, space, dimensions, and realities. Clear of us anything karmic, please. All karmic debt is now released. We are forgiven. We forgive ourselves. We forgive those that put us in that situation. My energy is mine. Your energy is yours. You call back your energy now through time and space. Soul reclaim. Soul reclaim. Tukanaka masakure tekenika sakare ukokone masate ingiara kuraka. Nana yerur. Amzakana makair, indi makarakoror, indi garakat haser, inkarur kander etir, sukaram erishir. Now, the energy is attached to your life was at the whim of somebody else, right? So you had no control over whether you lived or died, that energy. And that makes one feel powerless even in this life, even though it's not the same experience for us to have. Somehow that imprint is still there. So wherever we feel like we can't control our lives, or we have no control over our lives, or we feel someone is controlling us at their whim, release, revoke, rescind that across time, space, dimensions, and realities. This could show up with boss, client situations. It could show up with teacher, student. It could show up brother, sister, mother, father, daughter, whatever, any of these relationship stuff, husband, wife, husband. Even in your friendship stuff, like somebody seems to have the power. Andre, it's imbalanced, completely imbalanced. You need to revoke that now. I can't do that for you. You're holding on to that story. You're really not letting it go. I'm getting a bit like, I'm telling you straight, let it go. Invite the dragons in for that. Burn away all illusion. Let the dragon eye work to burn away all illusion. Handara Masur. Stop. It is not your identity. Undara Undari Tir. What's the worst that can happen if you let this go? I don't know who I am. What's the worst that happens if you don't know who you are? At least you're free. Kugara Si Kir. Would you rather not choose freedom than what you know, even though it's uncomfortable? Right? And these are just like funny ways of phrasing things. Aurukin Shir Anvaramrar. Hokanam, we call in the legions of angels to burn that energy through time, space, dimensions, and realities. Kushamakariva Nima Shatarima Gorim Deveri Sukriya Nara Usurivatar. Si Karamta Tur. Sakantarma si Karatran Tur. It is done. So we invite you back home now into your bodies and let Antares show you around. As you breathe, you'll be shown to where that healing lake is. And it's very, very beautiful. There's lots of unicorns around this lake. And they're unicorn healing horns. They go into the water with energy. It's like they direct their head and they put their horns in the water, giving it healing and love energy. I want you to step into those waters now. And feel that ripple effect go out as you step in and just float. And let your whole body float, receiving that healing frequency. washing you clean. You're being invited to be open to the messages of your councils, your angelic frequencies, your unicorn frequencies, your dragon realm frequencies, and to know that the messages are all around you all the time. It's a perception. How open are you to see the magic around you in every moment? Do you try and explain it away all the time? Or have you just been so closed you haven't seen the possibility that is there? In the littlest bee landing on a flower, in the rainbow through the clouds, in the clouds themselves in formations. Are you open to all of nature, that is the mother, showing itself onto you, all of creation? That is where you will tune, align, and find your magic. Kianda makur iachir, kasha wukur, hangarar, kurindir. The shimmering ray now is creating a bridge for you of beauty, of purity, and of loving messages. Kwangari kir, you are not alone. Are you listening? Yandrosi, ki ki, umbar husur. When you're ready, stepping out of the lake, coming back down into your body now, into the now. Just breathe yourself back in. You can return there whenever you wish. Renewed, refreshed, expanded. Noting the gift, the messages the Antares planet gave you. Knowing you could go there to travel to other dimensions, other portals of realization, other realms of existence, of what was, what will be. Ngararir, of all possibility, beyond our wildest imaginations. Ryuk awar tir Antares sanapara. It'll be there for you. Coming home now. Opening your eyes. And welcome back. Unk er ink avukur ink ikira unk arir. Hello, Julie. I don't know if you came in halfway through that. Hello, Nuala. Hi, Judith. You booked the Dragon Workshop. Yay. Oh my God, I can't wait for you to get into that space. You bring through such magical energies. Today is the last day of the early bird for the Dragon Workshop if you too wish to partake and join us in the rebirth process with the dragon energies. It's incredible. They're bringing us on amazing journeys. Hello, Stacy. Hi, you sweetheart. Lovely to have you. And Liz, hi, gorgeous. Julie, first time watching. Oh, I'm glad that you find it beautiful. I don't know who that was for. I think Laurel said she thinks it was for herself. The Antares energy is coming in strong now for me as well. So it could be that we're linking into that Stargate portal because we're doing quite a lot of work outside that Stargate as well, bringing through the templates that are coming through. Laurel, it could be that as well. I do believe it's for one or two others as well that need to hear this because it's specific to their soul blueprint. Hello, my loves. I think I froze on the last live. I don't know if that was the internet. And my hubby's using it too, so maybe there's too many of us using the internet at once. But if it froze, I'm so sorry, forgive me. I hope that you caught the transmission. And really all I was talking about is magic at the end, right? That's all I was talking about. If you too would like to open the doors to learning more about what that looks like in your life, join me this evening. Join me for next week, where we'll start on Sunday in the Dragon Rebirth Workshop. And that's it. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I was sharing with you. I do know I froze. So if there's any questions, I will answer those questions. I'll just see if anybody does have any questions. Ooh. Stacey said she felt some of that was for her. Wonderful. And Laurel is saying there's a Stargate within this space to somewhere we need to go. There is, Laurel. That's why we're seeing it, because it's going to prepare us for next week. We're going to be doing Stargate activation and Stargate opening next week to bring through templates. This is all helping Earth, and it's helping our own blueprint templates as well. It's going to be very powerful, very alchemical, and very beautiful as well when we do that work, Laurel. I'm looking forward to it. And Hazel is saying it resonates with her. When we talk about the dark, oftentimes we're actually seeing reflections of ourselves from other timelines, and we don't realize it's ourselves. Ourselves that have been forgotten, ourselves that have been unacknowledged. And even I had another aspect of that happen this week, Hazel. So feel into that. Sometimes we project it onto something else, and actually it's a version of ourselves we've rejected, or it's been bound and we need to unbound it. Maybe it's a version of ourselves that's been lost, and it just looks like, you could even say, you know, I kind of give, you know, an abused animal is going to be aggressive, it's going to lash out. It's the same thing. Versions of ourselves can come to us that way, and we think it's evil. And actually, it's just a lost aspect of ourselves that wants to be acknowledged. I'm saying that to you because it feels pertinent for me to say that right now. There's something there that requires deep compassion, self-love, acceptance, and radical looking at it, right? Radical facing it, you know, with open compassion, love, and not in fear. Nothing ever really has power over us. And if ever we feel disempowered, call in your whole teams, not just one. Call in the legions, call in the Christ. Call in your soul family. Even if you don't know who they are, call them in. Energetically, they'll be there with you. And imagine yourself surrounded. There's not one person facing it, it's hundreds. A lot of my work that I find where I'm like, God, I can't do this on my own, right? I call in my sisters. I call them in energetically, you know, even some of you that are on this call, I've called you in, you know, Laurel's here, Olive's here. I've called you in to help me with stuff. It's not like I physically rang you on the phone. I've just said those sisters that know what needs and wants to happen to help me with this, I call you in. We do the work together, and oftentimes some of those sisters will say, we did something. I'm like, yeah, I called you in. Thank you. Thank you. So just recognize you're never alone, and recognize there's nothing ever to be frightened of. Never. But you need to make the choice, and you need to do the inner work and feel it and move it through with love and compassion. All right, my darling. Ha! I'm back, Stacey. I'm back. I'm back. Hello, Ernestine. Lovely to see you again. So that's all I wanted to say. We had Antares come through. Check in with the meditation that happened on the other live because I got locked off. And Antares is a beautiful, beautiful planet worth going to for some healing if that's what you need. There's a gorgeous lake there that will heal. Lots of unicorn and dragon energy there. But other beings, all beings you could ever meet, and those we don't even have words for, like a new being came through, a Cynthia, I can't even pronounce their name now, I'm going to have to go and look it back. And they were doing physical healing on us, and they're coming from new dimensions. Again, we're going to access so many new frequency energy beings that have never been to Earth before. We're never going to be able to Google them, but you're going to be accessing them, and you might be going, what the hell is that? It's something new. Karakur ishikir ingarar. And they're able to help you in a new way because of that, right? Fusha here. All right, my darlings, I'm going to let you go. I'll put the link for the Dragon Workshop in here in the comment section if you want to join the early bird, and I'll put it in the other video as well, and talk to you all soon. Please share or tag anybody that you feel would benefit from the Dragon Rebirth Workshop. Know that we're going to be opening our expression pathways and our creative pathways. If you have any issues around being seen and being heard, that is worked on big time. If you have anything around physical embodiment, that's being worked on big time. All right, you're going to have lots and lots of work happening when you're in these spaces. And if you're curious about dragons, if you're curious about their lineage, if you're curious about your connection, your relation to them, this workshop will answer all those questions for you and more. This workshop will activate latent gifts and abilities within you. It's already been happening in this space. I kid you not, okay? There is already instant manifestations happening in this space. We've had instant healings happening in this space. If you want to experience magic even if it's the taste of it, right? Come, join, play. It's a soul group family, a beautiful group of people, and I look forward to seeing you there. Mwah. Bye bye.